Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Logan Firelord, and today I am making a new kind of series on my channel. We call it Kaiju Conference, and my co-host for the series will be my brother Luke.
What's up, guys?
And so, what we're doing, it's basically talking about Godzilla and different discussions about the series. Our first one: who was the strongest Godzilla in the Toho universes? Well, if we just did strongest Godzilla in general, it'd be obvious. Godzilla Earth.
We're just doing, the kaijus, like the Godzilla kaiju and the Toho movies, going from Shin Godzilla to Gojira in that area right there.
So we're only doing, we're only doing Showa, Heisei, Millennium, and we would do all of Reiwa, but again, the anime movies don't count. So, first off, we can just instantly mark out any of the Showa Godzillas.
Yeah.
They're only 50 meters tall. They have the weakest atomic breath. Yeah, they're really good with hand-to-hand combat. That's their biggest strength, especially the second generation Godzilla.
But the only good fight that the Showa Godzilla ever had was in Terror of Mechagodzilla, where they had to fight Titanosaurus and Mechagodzilla 1.
I mean, I would say also Godzilla versus Gigan, but he also had Anguirus to help him. So next is Heisei. Heisei has a pretty good shot at winning because he's 100. He started out as 80 meters and then went to 100 versus King Ghidorah.
To me, there's only one kaiju Godzilla that I think is the strongest. Who do you think the strongest to you is?
In the Heisei series?
And out of any of the series, this is what we're talking about. Any of the series,
Destroyer?
No, Godzilla's.
Oh, of the Final Wars Burning Godzilla.
I was gonna say Final Wars Godzilla.
Okay, Final Wars Godzilla has shown significant strength feats. For instance, Kumonga shot his web at him, so he grabbed it, then threw Kumonga miles away. But
there's no question. I mean, Burning Godzilla could have been Kill Destroyer. The military had to.
Real quick, he actually did in the original cut of the film, but they wanted Godzilla to die in peace, so they let the military destroy him. If it comes to ranged attacks beams, then yeah, that's still kind of debatable. The rest of the Millennium Godzillas, we can cross them out there because they're all only 50 meters.
Well, here's another thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Final Wars Godzilla was really tall.
He was the same height as late Heisei Godzilla, 100 meters.
That's what I figured. And here's another thing. You look at Final Wars. These are kaiju that weren't just terrible at fighting. Rodan, Anguirus, and King Caesar.
Godzilla took down Godzilla he got stumbled around a bit by Anguirus and Rodan, but they were the only kaiju besides Monster X and Kaiser Ghidorah and kind of Gigan to touch him. Those were the Kumonga dead, Zilla dead, Kamacuras dead.
Zilla didn't stand a chance.
Yeah,
but then you look at Gigan, who's arguably one of the strongest kaiju of all time, and what did the fight last? Like a minute with Godzilla's atomic breath just completely blowing his head off?
Canonically, Ghidorah is actually taller than Godzilla in the Showa series, and he is one of Godzilla's strongest opponents. If he had gotten real time to shine, and they had taken that into account, he could have been powerful, but then he got obliterated instantly.
Are they not saying, though, that, Kaiser Ghidorah is supposed to be, the final fight, the strongest kaiju ever, and Godzilla still was able to win that after fighting all of those opponents?
I mean, granted, he couldn't really have done it without Mothra, but then again, Kaiser possibly couldn't have done it without Gigan, but also then again, Godzilla wouldn't have been able to win if the humans hadn't shot energy into him so he could do an atomic pulse. Kaiser was draining his energy and probably would have killed him. But then again, like I was saying earlier, possibly one of the strongest strength feats of any Godzilla, threw Kaiser Ghidorah, which, by the way, weighs the same as Godzilla Earth. No idea how, but he does. Threw him super far into the air, then used his red spiral ray to explode Kaiser.
What are your arguments on why Burning Godzilla would be stronger than Final Wars Godzilla?
Heisei Godzilla had constant power ups throughout the series, and Burning Godzilla was the like the final, like it was the result of it. And okay, Heisei Godzilla isn't the best at hand-to-hand combat. Arguably, Final Wars and Showa are, but he is at least relatively okay at hand-to-hand combat. Like he's able to fight Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla, King Ghidorah. He has his atomic pulse, which Final Wars Godzilla most likely doesn't even have.
He just said he used it.
But that was only because one of the mutants, not even just a human, a mutant, shot his own energy into Godzilla.
We gotta remember, Godzilla and the Heisei series with Destroya, he had revenge. So revenge is a big fuel. Final Wars Godzilla literally had nothing but just to kick the shit out of anybody.
Hey, 13 plus. Well, kind of still. But real quick, Godzilla and Final Wars Godzilla was technically at war with humanity, and that's why he kept fighting the Gotengo. But real quick, Heisei Godzilla at the point of meltdown he couldn't control his atomic breath. Also, the climax of the fight with Destroya, it was said that his atomic breath would grow astronomically, like it would infinitely grow in heat and power every time he used it.
If I'm gonna be honest, there's another Godzilla in my mind that's stronger than Heisei Destroya Burning Godzilla.
Shin?
No. GMK.
His one problem holding him back, he's only 50 meters tall. But if he were 100 meters, he would probably be able to decimate both of them.
I still think he might have been able to win that.
He
took on 3 pretty strong kaiju and just came out.
In the original version, the only reason his heart was still beating at the end was because the souls wouldn't give up. He was created by the souls of American soldiers who died in World War II, wanted revenge on Japan. Real quick, so something about that is that, he in the original version of GMK, it didn't have Ghidorah and Mothra. No. It had Baron and Anguirus. In that version, I'm pretty sure Godzilla still killed all of them. But he was weakened just enough for the Gotengo to finish him off. But in that version, they didn't just have their normal hand-to-hand combat. No. Baron had the power of air, Anguirus had the power of ice, and Baragon had the power of fire. And yet he still killed all of them with those special abilities. It was, and almost every time Godzilla was actually killed, it was due to human intervention at the end. If the humans almost never interfered, Godzilla would take over the planet, and that's what happened in the anime movies.
Well, here's another thing you gotta put into context. Burning Godzilla's dead.
That's true. That is true.
Final Wars Godzilla never died.
That is also true. Well, the thing about Burning Godzilla is that it wasn't entirely his fault that he died. Like,
he should have just been better at the game.
Birth Island, the island that he and Udo Godzilla, or in Godzilla Jr. were staying at, like, were living on, it blew up. Like, just randomly blew up and sank to the bottom of the ocean. And he absorbed all the energy from that.
So you're saying an island sank to the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know.
So you're telling me an island's floating?
There is one thing I like that an island is floating. Sonic. But we're talking about Godzilla in this series, not Sonic. My channel's already pretty Sonic-y. So...
it's garbage. So, what we're gonna say now is that the verdict of this...
Wait. Shin Godzilla.
No, Shin Godzilla could not compete.
The thing about Shin Godzilla, he can constantly evolve to adapt new things. He can grow wings. He can send out swarms of monsters. He can evolve to fit his whatever need.
He's not gonna evolve that quick. He's got dead.
No, he actually does evolve very quickly.
You're telling me he can evolve mid-fight?
He kind of did. In Shin Godzilla, he evolved the atomic breath mid-fight with the humans. He evolved the ability to shoot an atomic breath out of his tail, his spikes, mid-fight. Like, they were dropping bunker buster bombs, which are apparently really powerful, on his back, which was his weak spot. So, mid-fight, he evolved and gained the ability to shoot...
well, don't you think Godzilla will be able to understand that his weak spot's his back? And I'm pretty sure atomic breath is a lot stronger than those bunker bombs.
But that's the problem. Shin Godzilla's atomic breath is way more condensed in power. That's okay. It's not as wide of a beam, so Final Wars
got
Godzilla.
more concentrated energy. I understand what
But
you're saying.
the thing about that is that Godzilla in Final Wars is super athletic. Like he could jump over things, like jump long distances and stuff, just like Kaiser could. So, I think that while Shin Godzilla could put up a pretty big fight, this is his biggest weakness: energy conservation. After using his atomic breath the first time, his body just shut down and went into hibernation. That's his biggest problem. So the big question is, who would win? Burning Godzilla or Heisei Godzilla in general, or Final Wars Godzilla?
I believe it's Final Wars.
Let's say Burning Godzilla isn't in the equation, and it's just Heisei Godzilla. If that were the case,
Final Wars.
Yeah, if that were the case, then Final Wars Godzilla wins without a fight.
Even with Burning Godzilla, I still think it's Final Wars.
He would win, but the humans would have to inevitably come in and stop the meltdown and stuff. But like, still, I honestly agree with you. I think Final Wars Godzilla would win.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this Kaiju Conference. The undoubted winner would be Final Wars Godzilla. He's the strongest Godzilla.
Not in the Heisei, or not in the anime movies, because the strongest is, of course, Godzilla Earth. He's 300 meters tall, as big as a mountain, has a ton of crazy abilities. But we're not counting the anime, we're just counting the live-action movies. So, that's going to wrap it up for this first episode of Kaiju Conference. Like if you enjoyed, but I doubt you did. Subscribe if you're new to join the Fire Kingdom. And I will see you all in the next one. So remember to stay awesome.